Welcome back to Dance's End. This is session 11 entitled Mirror's Edge. Last session, the group, they raided a fish lair. The Kuatoa appear to have laired inside of a prison or prison structure, and they had to swim down and then out and into the prison to engage in the fight. It took two attempts, but the second attempt was more fruitful than the first, and they managed to defeat the enemy. Um, Upon doing so, they found a strange door, which was surprisingly easy to open, and also looked similar to the pillars that teleported Ronnie away. Um, when they opened the doors, inside was a prison cell, and she is there. And I've already recounted with you the events that have happened to you on your side. When you look at Ronnie, you're expecting to see her, or you probably in your mind have already formulated that you're looking at her in her adventuring garb and the like. That is not true. She does not have any of her adventuring gear. She is instead wearing prisoner's garb, which is basically just a jumpsuit. And Torain, very excited to see you, and being played by me right now, with no known changes to anything about him whatsoever, rushes forward past everybody and will hug Ronnie in a characteristically wholesome fashion. I thought I lost you, like I lost Mom.
Like he lost mom.
That's what he says.
Mom, mom's at the castle or the keep.
As you are confused and everyone's kind of getting situated, I need the two people in the back, which would be Kimmy with Hilda and Jijo with Arya, to go ahead and make a perception check.
Wisdom, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I rolled an 8.
So you hear very suddenly the portcullis in the hallway next to this hallway go up suddenly, and you are unawares as this group enters into the space to fight you. Yeah, we're not done fighting Kuatoa. Why would you think that we were done fighting
Yay.
Kuatoa? I mean, she's
We're in
here. She didn't
so
get to
many
fight a single
spots.
Kuatoa like last session. She wasn't even here. What?
We were in so many spots. I was in the wrong part. I was where we killed the guy in the kitchen.
Well, no,
No, you're right
everybody
here.
came to go look at the prison.
Yeah.
You moved your token. I didn't move your token.
Oh, I was hungry.
You meant on the other side of the map where your other token's located.
Yeah.
I getcha. I getcha. Yeah, it is a big confusing map. I'm sorry. She drew it.
I love it.
I drew it.
I didn't put the tokens there
I
though.
hate it. Just kidding.
Wait, is this a stitched together map?
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
drew the original and it was terrible because I suck at drawing
Cool.
maps. And
Oh,
then
this is such a beautiful map.
Thanks.
I'm so glad you drew it and not John.
yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
I can't draw very good. We know that. That's a
You
canonical
did
thing. I'm
great.
also bad at math.
I just cleaned it up.
You
Fish
are bad at
folk,
math, but you did a good job drawing our characters. Anyway,
fish folk, combat, initiative table. Um,
the two things I'm really bad at, initiative and perception. Oh, a 19. That's
these
not
are
bad.
more than fair statements. Yeah. Let's go with yeah. Oh, it's coming in through two. There it goes.
Ooh. My roll 20 is slow as hell.
It can't
Hold on,
be.
let me refresh. Maybe if I close out the stream?
Oh, my fish. I'm missing my fish. And Ronnie. Okay, yeah.
Did it go through? No.
All right.
Hold on, hold on. There it is. Okay.
As you have a confused look, he kind of looks over his shoulder, hears the situation arise, and rushes past Sol and Hilda. And he says, "You'll pay for this!" And rushes in and draws the sword out in a Tormain-esque fashion. Again, I just want to stress. I know it's hard to roleplay when you know things that... But, yeah. So far, only one weird thing has happened.
And not at all suspicious that he keeps acting not suspicious.
Are you saying it's suspicious that he's not suspicious? Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Well,
suspicious.
when somebody mentions that he's not being suspicious.
Listen, I just know how you guys are, okay? I want to stress that he's not suspicious. He hits and does damage. Okay. Arya, you're up.
I'm gonna spend a spell slot to cast Sleep
Okay.
on the 4 dudes in front of me. I need a Wisdom save from them.
Let's see. Wisdom saves. 1, 2, 3, 4. And... What's the area on it?
5-foot radius.
Oh, so just the 4 then. Okay, cool.
The 4.
Okay, so 2 of them will pass and 2 of them will fail. One in the back, one in the front. Where's my... There we go. Alright.
And that's me turn.
Did you just teleport through that wall?
I was trying to not do that, but it was hooked on that side for some reason.
Oh, well, move back around. Very weird. Okay. Arya done, Sol up.
Well, I clearly teleport back and forth, and then don't act suspicious, and then go after some fish people.
Is that more suspicious or less suspicious than what's happening with Remain?
Mega suspicious.
Main seems okay.
Did any of them fall asleep? Sorry.
2 of them are asleep.
Okay. I am gonna Sacred Flame one of those.
Alright. They will dodge. Ronnie?
How can... Wait. They can
You-
dodge while
but
incapacitated?
You did to the incapacitated one. I'm sorry. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's not true. Front line or back line?
The frontline one, I guess.
Okay, damage then. I missed the part about the incapacitated one. He's awake now.
All of 1 damage. Okay. My roll 20 is also being very weird. I'm gonna...
Throw it out the window.
Really though.
Oh, I forgot to post a promotion in the promotions thing. Can someone just type that out?
You did.
I'm sorry. I suck at promoting myself.
and then
I don't have anything on me.
I like this music.
Yeah, it is nice.
I'm gonna say due to the sleep then shoot, this one hasn't fallen prone because I don't think the spell knocked them prone. It just puts them unconscious. On the other one's turn though, like it will just kind of like crawl down and kind of snooze her.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. I will, I guess, move here and dodge because I don't have.
Anything.
Yeah, I ain't got shit. she'll hide behind Arya.
All right. They will go. This one will lay down and become prone because I'm so sleepy. Then they will move out like thus. And a fourth one will appear around the corner. They will then attack, so all three of them will be attacking Tormain.
Hold the line.
On the one that's you're able to, okay. Let's see. They'll miss with disadvantage. And then the two other ones will. One will crit. Tormain takes a pretty solid hit. And is bloodied at current. Kuo-toa are done. The one in the back line throws a spear at Tormain, but he blocks it. Okay, Hilda, you're up.
He's a badass.
Okay. I wanna. Okay, no.
Yeah, that'll work. Crit damage. Okay, still standing. Second attack. That'll miss. And then shield bash. That'll hit. That'll kill. Yeah, you stab very thoroughly and kind of impale him. You try to free your spear from him, but it doesn't pull out, so you can't get the second attack. So you just slam the shield against the wound and kind of bash him off of it. Do you press forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Tormain is then up. He will. Let's see. Features and traits. He will spend all of his lay on hands on himself, which I thought he did, but he does it again. Possibly someone not taking good notes on their feed. But whatever. He heals himself. That's a bonus action to do that nowadays, and then he will attack with the longsword. Slash kill, and he'll hold this position. Arya, you are up.
Alrighty. I want to. I want to aim. I want to aim at this goober, and I'm gonna cast Mortal Coil. I need a strength save.
Okay. Failure.
So it moves 10 feet in a straight line away from me. If its movement is blocked by another creature, or it ends the movement within 5 feet of another creature, both take 1d6 necrotic.
Okay. Hold on a second. So he's going straight back here, right?
No, I cast it on this one.
So he's going straight back.
So he just stops there.
Yeah.
He doesn't go anywhere, but then they both take 1d6. 3 damage.
So this guy's movement's not blocked by another creature.
Or it ends the movement within 5 feet of another creature. Both creatures take 1d6 necrotic
I don't
damage.
know what I wrote. I'm bad at D&D.
Just 3 damage each.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and quit. It's Cyberpunk again. So you're... JK. I don't know what it is about winter.
We'll
Yeah.
Sorceress Burst, the one in front of Hilda.
All right. That will hit.
And we'll say acid.
All right. Bloody. Ronnie, you're up. The
We're
dead
gonna
one
be-
underneath Hilda's feet does have a spear.
Then I would like to get past those guys and pick it up and wield that shit.
You could throw it. Throwing is an option, but then you wouldn't have a weapon again.
Yeah.
But there is a dead
Um,
one in front of Tormain who also dropped that spear.
Right. She'll go ahead and can I hunter's mark without like a
You don't need a weapon for Hunter's Mark. That's fine. Which one? Oh, and you got a long rest, by the way, just in case. So
yeah.
okay, cool.
I
Cool.
believe I put that up there.
Hunter's
No, I
Mark
did
on the one in
not.
front of Hilda.
Yeah.
Okay, and then are you chucking the spear?
Yes.
Okay.
What
Just
like,
make an attack with your bow.
Okay. The just regular longbow,
Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
15.
and then roll a d6. What's your strength modifier?
6. My strength?
Yeah,
Uh,
-1.
yeah.
Okay, so it takes 5 damage. Spears are thrown weapons, so they still have the strength property when they're chucked, but you will lance it through its head, and it kind of a very impactful hit. You're well rested. You've had time to kind of like contemplate your life. You put your strength into it, you know, and maybe one day you'll be a better climber. Okay, Kuatoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That one sleeps some more. This one, isolated, confused, not sure what to do, is going to try and make its way back into the way it came. Tormain will take an opportunity attack against it. And he will use a Divine Smite against it. When he activates the Divine Smite, I need Soul and Arya both to make Religion or Arcana rolls. Your choice. Arcana will be less favorable for this. So if you have Religion, it would be the way to go.
14.
Okay. So when he connects with it, the pop and burst of the energies that fly off the weapon when he utilizes the smite ability has been seen a couple of times by your group. Soul is not concerned with it and is not paying attention. However, Arya, you notice that the light green trace of the Oath of the Ancients is not present. Instead, a bright yellow burst of the more pious oaths, one might say, or the more devout oaths, appears to spark from the blade. He kind of breathes out. Oh, that was close. It almost got away. Looks back at Ronnie. We've got to find your things.
Yeah, I don't know where they were. I just woke up, like I just appeared
He shrugs
in
and
the
starts kind of
spell like this.
looking around. He looks at the hallway they came through. I mean, it could be down there, but we should check around here first before we go storming in again.
Hey.
Soul will hold out a normal dagger to Ronnie in case he wants some other weapon other than the spear.
She's got an armful of spears.
Thanks. I think I'll just use these though. That was kind of fun. She'll take the like 4 that are on the ground, like
5.
rip the one out of the head and then take the
Oh,
This
other
one's asleep.
3.
This one's
She was
asleep
gone
right
for
here.
like 10 hours. She's weird now.
He walks past it. The one's still sleeping.
Yeah, I'm taking that one too.
Do you kill it or do you just let it sleep?
Oh, yeah, I'll kill it.
Okay.
Like, stab it through the eye.
Like slow, just its eye opens as you kind of pierce the eyelid, and the other eye's like wide in agony as the face kind of just like caves in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder.
Murder.
Wow.
Termaine starts looking around. He's gonna go this way.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah?
Arya is like,
She'll
figure.
go back.
hey, does Tremaine seem weird?
Well, he's definitely confused about Mom being missing.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe he
do.
just missed Mom, and I don't know. He seems fine.
Do you know anything about his oath?
Not really.
Nothing over here.
We don't really talk about it.
When he uses magic, it has a natural glow. The green, the natural green of the ancients, right?
Well, yeah,
We've
I
seen
mean, we're
that many
in the
times.
forest, so
I noticed a more radiant glow. He's not a devout elf, right?
no, not really.
Yeah. Can you keep an eye on him and let me know if you've noticed anything else odd?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Did you guys run into something weird?
Not that I can tell. I
So,
just
Soul, when you get up to that space, there is a shelf, and you had optics on it. Like your group had optics on it before, but didn't get much of a chance to look it over because you were attacked by Kuatoa.
The one on the north wall.
Yeah, and also when you were kind of maneuvering around the space, some of you kind of went this way before the door was found. But looking at it, you do notice that there is a chest on the bottom shelf. There are actually two of them. Um, and they have similar kind of like gilding to the door and the archways.
Do they have any glyphs on them? Like the
You
columns?
examining them, it doesn't look like there are any traps here. It does look like there will be a problem of opening them. However, they do look like they have a lock.
I think I found where your stuff might be, but it looks like it's locked.
Oh, do we need a key?
Or a very large hammer.
Oh, I
Um,
have one of those.
can I shake down these dead Kuatoa to see if there's any
Oh,
keys?
that's already been done.
Oh, they did it already?
There were spirits. They all got spirits.
Is it a wooden
Oh,
door?
no key. No keys anywhere.
Um, it is metal and wood. Tormain kind of shrugs and goes, "Huh. This looks like it goes to absolutely nowhere."
Wait, where's the door?
Oh, he's
Oh.
down here.
There's a treasure chest here.
Oh, there's a treasure chest here? Is it locked?
Yeah, treasure chests are locked.
I'm sure if we try to break it open, we might damage whatever's inside. I don't think we
And
want to.
neither of the keys we have fit, I'm assuming, John.
No, none of them. Correct. But they are made out of wood and metal, so Hilda, you think that if you wanted to force the issue, you could, but there is a risk of breaking.
Breaking what?
Whatever's inside, if there's stuff that's breakable inside.
Oh, so maybe you meant mine.
No, you'll be fine on the outside of the chest.
But whatever's in it.
I could probably give it a go and try to open the box. Do you want me to?
Well, I certainly am not going to be able to break it open.
It'd be
Alright.
cool to see.
I'm gonna do it.
Watching.
Strength check.
Yeah, strength athletics, actually. Sorry. And do you have a crowbar? Does anybody here
No.
have a crowbar, actually? Let's check and see if Termaine got one.
But
I
I got
have some spears,
I got a two-handed axe.
levers.
Not quite like a crowbar. I think you understand why. It's
Yeah.
made out of wood. No crowbar on Tormain. And
I
then
would if I could.
there's this moment where, like, because you've been discussing like stuff you need. Like Termain kind of looks over at Ronnie, and it's the first moment like that you guys have had like as a sibling pair where it felt natural in this aftermath. You both kind of look at each other and says, "Crowbar, put it on the list." kind of deal. And then Hilda, you struggle and you strain, but you can't get a grasp of it that works for you. What I'll say is you can leave it there, or you can force it. Like you can genuinely just like drop it down and try to break it instead of just trying to force it open. Do you wish to do that?
I'd look at Soul first to see if they want me to keep going.
How big are the chests, John?
Probably about like 1.5 feet, 2 feet wide, about 8 inches, like long or deep, 10 inches tall.
So probably not a size that's going to contain Ronnie's stuff.
So you would think.
Let's just leave it for now. I mean, we found plenty of other keys.
Okay. Sorry. A little wore out.
They're big enough you could actually take them with you if you wanted to.
Sure.
Okay. And then Termaine kind of goes, "Nothing in here."
Is this? Can we see this? This like water pouring into this like what hole or well?
Yep. And he'll take a rope, tie it off, and kind of hand it to Arya. And then he'll slowly kind of walk this way to see if he can't see what's over the edge. If you hold on to the rope or not, it's up to you.
Oh.
I'll hold the rope.
Okay. He looks over the edge. Doesn't seem to go anywhere. Pitch black. I can't see. Wanders back.
Wait,
Well,
don't
that's
elves have
scary.
dark vision?
Past my sight.
Looks pretty deep.
Yeah. And then just to make
Have
sure
you-
that he's not suspicious, he tells a bad pun. Okay, so if you're going that way, Soul, you're swimming, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's underwater. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah. The double fish group here, it's gonna be
Oh, okay.
that's where it starts to like bottom into underneath the ceiling level. Because remember, everything's tilted to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Tormain sees you kind of go that way and kind of stop and go, ugh. And he goes, "I can go check it out." And he'll hand you his shield. Or he'll put it on his back. And then he'll just dive in. Anybody follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I'm not going to drown anymore, so.
Are we swimming back?
When you come around the corner, you'll see that there's a room with 4
Oh,
treasure
shit.
chests seated. He kind of looks over at you with like a look and a bubbles as he rushes over and grabs the biggest one and starts kind of like kicking with it and trying to hold on to it. and then he's
So-
going to swim back with the one he got. And I assume Hilda will grab the two small ones, and then Arya, you'll grab the other big one, and then you guys
Okay.
will just kind of flutter out that way.
Bloop,
Start
bloop.
treasure chests start dropping out in front of Ronnie. Well, these might have something in them.
Can
Maybe the keys will work on them.
try one of them.
They're not locked. These appear to be
Oh.
closed with a kind of very strange kind of twist handle that seems to have kind of like sealed them.
Mm.
And he'll kind of reach over to the one he pulled out, pop that bad boy, open it up, and go, "Oh, hey!" And then looks inside and then kind of gestures for Ronnie to come over. And there's all your gear, except
Yay.
all magic items. If there are any magic items on your person, those are not in this box.
Thank Atavius, Arya will say, and look at him.
Yeah. Well, that's good luck. Wasn't too far.
Arya will pop hers open.
And then he scratches his head. Atavius? When did you start worshipping Atavius?
Oh, for a long time, I've observed both Atavian and
Oh,
Elwinian
right.
rites.
The Omen Vigil. You explained it one time. Sorry. Taken a couple hits since then. Smiles.
You have.
And then,
And then I'll pop mine open.
okay, you had the other large one. So when you pop it open inside our 3 items that don't look familiar to you, it is a suit of studded leather armor. It is a battle axe, and it is a single glove that has like a gauntlet on it and kind of goes up to about like elbow side.
Okay. Well, if these seem magical, I can always take some time to
They don't.
do an identification ritual. They don't. Okay. Well, if they don't seem magical, then we can take them, and if they have do they appear to have any historical significance
No,
that I can tell?
it definitely looks
Oh,
like gear
okay.
that some mercenary or some other type like that might wear.
All right. I mean, does it look like worthless junk?
Studded leather, studded leather.
We can sell it.
Yeah, or if you have someone who uses regular leather, they could switch to studded leather. It's an upgrade.
It doesn't look familiar to me, does it, John?
What's armor?
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, we can pack this up and take it. Oh shit, we don't have a bag of holding. We should probably invest in that at some point.
For
Add it to the
certain.
list.
Add it to the list.
Okay,
What is
go ahead.
what's down in this in
Well,
between?
there's still 2 other little treasure chests, but yeah, that's where the fish came up from.
Okay.
Hilda will pop open one of hers. Okay. Opening it up inside, you find more small bauble gemstones. It looks like they're all garnets, each worth about 10 gold pieces apiece, and there are 20 of them. And to answer your question from the chat from earlier, they were garnets. They're worth about 10 gold
okay.
pieces.
And how many from last time?
It was 5.
5. Okay, so now we have 25.
15, 25. Not subtract, add. Math is bad. So the other one, pop it open, and there is a ring with 4 keys on it. 3 of them look
Oh.
identical. One of them looks like it's the same kind of gilding kind of styling as the door, the prison, and the treasure chests.
Definitely going to. Hey, Soul, I think I got some keys for your chest.
Let's try the gilded one on the other 2.
Okay. You try the gilded key on it. The first one that you try and open, it succeeds, and you open it up, and inside of this small little chest is a complete black void.
Okay.
What? Why don't we? Nobody's gonna use that studded leather, right?
I'm sorry.
The in your chest, the studded leather. Can I see it for a second?
Sure.
Tormain hands it over.
I'm gonna put it into the black void.
It enters into the box.
I'm going to reach in and try and retrieve it just to make sure that
When you reach in to try to retrieve it, what are you thinking about?
the studded leather.
You pull the leather right out.
So it's a chest of holding?
Well, that's handy.
And the key on the second one.
Pop it open, and inside you would see that it is a kind of white inlaid kind of it's almost like a white lacquer that covers the interior, and bolted to the bottom are two kind of rungs that seem to be holding down a black metal rod. The black metal rod in question is probably like the size of a handle or like a hairbrush.
Does it seem like a magical item? Magic item?
Can't really tell. It would need detect magic or identifying.
I can pick up detect magic. Wait.
I can ritual cast it if we want to.
Okay, if you ritual cast detect, I can ritual cast identify.
I'm gonna hang out for 10 minutes, John. And
20. Because at current, there's no reason to identify an item that isn't magical. So you can't really target it.
It's just
I mean, I guess you could just identify it and save yourself a bunch of
rod.
trouble. Yeah, if you're going to do both. Totally fine. Let's just say after 10 minutes, you come to realize that this rod is magical, but is not a magical item. So the identification basically tells you that this is an actuator beacon. Something that deals with this specific beacon is converted to a different location where another beacon like this might be.
It's a fucking puzzle.
Wait, isn't this what happened to Ronnie?
What's that?
Is this the same kind of tool that what happened to Ronnie when she?
Yeah, so she was targeted by a spell and something happened to her. This
Oh.
seems like it's a target location for a similar kind of spell. It's a very astute point.
So don't touch it.
You can touch it. You had to identify it.
I mean, I didn't.
No, this doesn't look familiar at all.
Like
It wasn't me this time.
that's the identify spell.
Tormain will kind of scratch his head, confused, kind of looking at the situation and go, "Yeah, doesn't mean anything to me."
well, we've found Ronnie. We've found most of her stuff. Are we going to continue looking for your husband, Hilda?
Please.
I don't.
Do you want to test anything else about the box that has the void in it?
Can I test it for? You said I don't have my magic items.
Correct.
Can I see if like my
You reach into
plus
the box
one,
and you think about what?
the +1 longbow?
And out comes the +1 longbow.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, what if you think about an apple fritter when you reach in there? Just see.
What if I do that?
You reach your hand in there, you think about apple fritters. Your hand comes out empty. Apple fritterless.
Oh,
not the- I thought
I
it was
guess
going to be
apple fritters
really
don't-
nice, but
wow.
Yeah, it's a thing of whatever
Uh,
you think of. It's wishes
right.
and dreams.
right.
I mean, maybe somebody put one in there. We don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can I go for the cap of water breathing?
Yes, and out it comes.
Yay! And then the archer's bracers.
You reach in, and out they come.
Do I have the dragon scale on me still?
Was it magical?
It's just a red dragon scale.
No, it would be on you. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not magical. It didn't go in the box.
What about she'll check her pouch, her little herb pouch, and check for the magic mushroom.
They'd be in there. They're not magical items. They weren't crafted.
Okay. Then I think
Anybody else want to
Double
reach into the
checking my-
box and reach in and try and grab anything that they might think might be in there?
Why do I think you're talking to me and you want me to reach in and try to grab for my husband?
You reach into the box and think of your husband, and you realize as you're pulling your hand out, oh, maybe it was the case that Ronnie was teleported to this beacon. The beacon weeded her specifically out and put her where she's supposed to go, and put all of her magic shit in this, and disposed of all of her mundane shit in the overflows. So, do you think there might be anything else in the magic container that would be magical?
Keyword magic. No, fine, let's go.
All right. You can, of course, break the box, which will spill everything that's in the box out onto the ground, similar to a
that's
bag of
fun.
holding, if you would prefer to do that. Or you can keep it. It weighs about 50 pounds, so you'll have to carry that around with you, but it can carry an unknown amount.
Put all of her stuff in there and then carry that around.
On your back like a backpack.
Yeah.
It's fair. That makes sense.
now that I'm not distracted by whatever's going on with that thing, Hilda, when we were on the other level and we ran into one of your friends that didn't seem very happy to see you, she also didn't seem very enthused about the idea of finding your husband, or at least not friendly about it. What exactly happened?
So, my husband, he usually finds us he's the one who goes out and will make the connections with people. He's the face of our party. And he ran into a holy swordsman. And the guy wanted to come down here and look for a deserter, an oathbreaker, so to say. And we, along the way, my husband stopped talking to me so much and sharing with me what was happening, what the things that they were talking about. And everything seemed fine until we got down here. And when we got down here, he stabbed me in the back, and the last thing I saw was them running and him chasing.
Wait, like literally stabbed you in the back?
Lifts up shirt.
Well, that's mean.
Yeah.
Soul will pause for a second and eyes kind of flit around while thinking back through a few things. Did you lose sight of him in between, like before he stop talking to you? Did he wander off? There's the betrayer. Seems to be some worship or association with that Shadim. It's possible he wasn't in control of himself.
I would like that to be the reason why he stabbed me and betrayed us, but yeah, those two were always together, huddled, whispering. It was odd. He tells us everything. We've always been such a great team. He's never singled himself out away from us like that before.
What do you know about this holy swordsman?
His name is Adolf Dunair. Oh wait.
Physical notes. It's the best.
Yeah. Adolf Dunair. And just that he's with the God, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this word. Osirian Inquisition. He's just a holy swordsman. And he hired my husband. I think he said that, he kind of like found him at the local tavern that we frequent back home. I mean, people know we're the Rolling Rocks. We go on these little escapades all the time.
That sounds like possession to me. We can't be too careful then. With my remaining I don't know. With my remaining spell slot, I want to cast protection from evil and good on Jermaine.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh God, why doesn't it say that on the thing?
How does one become possessed? How would you
10
know?
minutes.
Yeah,
Someone
you
like-
cast it on him. Doesn't seem to
Was-
have any immediate effect, but he is under the benefits. He says, "Thank you." What was that for?
I don't know. I'm disturbed by the idea of our most martial team member being possessed. So
That's really smart. Yeah, good, but maybe once we're in combat, that would probably be better. He shakes his head. It might not last forever. But yeah, with everything that she's talking about, it does sound like this might be a real precarious place. Mind control.
I'm gonna
Never
I want
good.
to take 10 minutes. I'm sorry, 1 minute to do my little cunning ritual and regain my spell slots.
Okay.
Well, Hilda, where do you think he might be left that we haven't gone to in here?
Well, there was that stairway that they came up from.
Yeah.
And then he kind of shrugs. I think there was like a stairway over where we found the elf. And then we didn't check everywhere around the big lobster guy.
Before we move on, I have something embarrassing. A woman thing that I need to talk to Ronnie about. Could you all excuse me just for a moment, please? Ronnie, do you mind?
That's fine.
Charmaine blushes.
Did I do something?
No, okay, so maybe I'm crazy. And I've done a lot. I probably am. But Holy Swordsman,
Mhm.
her husband gets possessed.
You think Termaine's possessed?
Jermaine has some kind of weird memory fuck up related to your mom.
Mhm.
Then he used divine magic, or magic that is more divine than what he normally uses. It adds up. Now, I cast the spell that I cast on him might give him a little bit of an advantage in snapping out of it, but I don't know. I don't know, but it might do nothing. Um,
I mean, maybe. He seemed normal whenever after you cast it, though. Just like nothing really changed.
I know.
I don't think.
You're right. I don't think so.
Maybe he's just
What is something?
stressed.
Maybe. Does he become more divine whenever he's stressed?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's a pious Hulk.
Maybe you can scare him. Like
Start
when you get
climbing
the
the rope.
hiccups. Oh,
Just dash down that hallway and jump in.
just jump in.
Hold on, I got a rope. Ha 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 ha.
Or
Oh
what if
no,
you
Ronnie!
just
Oh no!
what if you just slapped him really hard
Why would I slap my brother?
to knock the possession out of him? I don't know.
Oh, I guess. But you did the protection of good and evil. That gets rid of that, right?
Well, it gives you an advantage. It doesn't just get rid of it.
Oh.
Okay.
I think we need a priest.
I think we need a priest. Okay.
You want her
Do we
back,
know
Tormain?
anything?
Before
Wait,
that,
wait. Do
Tormain.
we?
Again,
Okay.
I'm just going to point out it's a fruitless endeavor. So I'm ignoring it like whole cloth. Going to Tom. He looks over at you when they go over there. He says to Soul, says, if we go down those steps, I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be more of those fish folk down there. Looking at Hilda, we'll need to be prepared. Um, I don't mind going that way. It's especially with you at my side, Hilda. Um, but we need to be ready. We can't. When we first came down here, we had a bit of a problem with you, Soul, and I understand it was a tense situation. Tight tunnel, a lot of water. You know, your frail body pats you on the shoulder lightly. But we made it. We did it. But now we've got some benefits here, and I think we can do it.
It's we're here to help Hilda.
What do you think, Hilda? Should we go that way or should we backtrack?
Just to be clear, when you say go that way, you mean
Down the steps that the fish folk came up out of, there's a portcullis. It's over by Ronnie's door. If you snap to here, which I'll go ahead and just move you, there's a staircase that goes that way.
Mm.
The portcullis
I mean-
is currently up.
yeah, we're here. But I do worry that there's something bigger back there.
Oh,
They
me
were-
too. And about this time is when the other two return to the group. I think we should definitely go in, cautious.
If everyone's prepared for a fight, should it be something big?
Yeah. I say
Well,
once we
we've certainly
start.
thinned out their numbers.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know. Maybe it feels just a little too easy, I guess.
I don't know that any part of this has really felt that easy.
Well, pat you on the shoulder lightly again. Sorry, so
Arya looks fucking haggard, by the way. As they're like, is everybody ready to go into battle? Everybody good to go? Arya has like deep circles underneath her eyes. Her hair is looking all crazy. Um, she doesn't say I'm not ready, but she looks pretty fucked up.
that helps explain the paranoia. Uh,
Oh, sure. Sure, the paranoia. Fucking gaslighting.
uh,
Anyway,
so he says, if we're ready, we can go that way. If we'd like, we can backtrack. What would you like to do, Hilda?
I mean, if Tremaine is like seems ready to go, I'm ready to go with Tremaine because he's been pushing forward with me this whole adventure. I like it.
Yeah. He's locked and loaded. He's ready to go.
All right. I'm ready if the group's ready. For sure.
Sounding arrows magical?
No.
Okay, then I have those. I'm just covering all my bases.
Okay, so I'm just grabbing tokens.
oh shit, here's the stairs.
I'm just grabbing tokens. Stop moving.
Okay.
I will utilize my ability to move you around at my
Whim.
my whim.
Oh, can I be next to Tremaine though?
Yeah, we'll get them set up once I get them into the hallway that they're supposed to be in. So it'll definitely be a little different cornering as soon as I can find where this goes.
It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
Stop it. Stop it. How dare you?
I'm actually really nervous about this door, y'all.
It'll
Okay.
be fine.
So as you come
I believe in us.
down the steps, you come around the corner, Tormain and Hilda, and you would see that down the hallway, at the end of the hallway, is a Kuatoa, squatted down like Spider-Man pose, looking at you, just seemingly kind of waiting for you. You come to destroy.
Oh, looking for someone.
Someone who?
You know, same height as me, dwarf. No dwarf.
No dwarf here.
I don't believe you.
Then, well, why you ask?
I thought you would answer.
Why I lie?
Did you see anyone down here?
No dwarf.
Human?
No human.
Elf?
No elf. Only great one.
Great one.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
I do not know the word in this tongue. And then he will go on to say a name in which you recognize.
Utaglu.
Correct. I was looking for to read it, so I didn't pronounce it wrong.
There is no right way to pronounce it anymore, John.
That's right.
Utagalu.
That's the best. That's the best kind of enemy. They don't have a good name.
Not saying it's not a good name. It's just
The best name.
hard to pronounce.
Best name.
It's a great name.
Utaghulba. Utaghulba.
That's a microaggression.
I'm sorry. Utaghulb. That's the name that he says.
Oh, you know of that name?
You are
Are they still
It's-
here?
servants?
No, we just know of it.
Only
What was it?
servants may see him.
Oh. I mean, we've seen him before, I think.
You hear a booming voice come from around the corner. Who is there? Ah! Ah! And then in a strange language you don't understand, says something in response.
You don't want to imitate the fish language.
Uh. The reply to which is, I do not wish to be bothered. You must
That's
go!
fair.
This one Kuatoa all by themselves, or himself, just kind of starts waving you away. You must go! Leave! Tell the others that they should not have let you pass.
Okay.
The camera flares up to like the just corpses upon corpses of Kuatoa in the hallways. Just slowly drifting through the hallways like a fucking horror movie.
Arya is feeling pretty violent, I think, from lack of sleep, and will be very can be easily be led into killing this Koatoa.
Do you think we could take that creature from the grotto? He says, back to you. Tormain will say back to you.
Wait, what creature from the grotto?
The Utagoo guy.
You think that's the Utagu back there?
Maybe. I mean, I'm picturing the voice and the thing we saw, and they kind of match.
Do we need to worry about this? Goo?
He looks over to you and he says, it's a big floaty meatball with dragon
You
mouths on tentacles.
It
Yeah.
has something that belongs to my family.
Oh yeah, he does have that axe.
Tormain kind of like, his face goes from like slightly worried to like absolute like stoic face, and he's like, all right then. And he kind of turns and looks towards the Kuatoa and says, we're coming to see him. And we'll start marching down the hallway if nobody else.
Very paladin coded.
Very
I mean-
courageous.
Mhm.
Tremaine's going, I'm going.
No! Wait! Please! I don't want to have to stop you! But I will!
I mean, you don't have to stop us if you don't want to.
No, I have to.
Just tell him I just want my family's sword back.
He hops up, a very springy kind of like jump, kind of, and then when he kind of lands, he takes this very strange kind of stance, which it looks like a Kuatoa in a martial arts pose.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
Oh, how cute. That's adorable. Come on.
until he kicks us in the face.
It's
If
cute.
he even gets a chance to.
Do you move up, Hilda?
Yep. Oh, I would be right next to Tremaine.
Can I Hunter's mark him ahead of time?
Yeah, I would say that would be a combat thing. It would start the
Fair.
fight. Okay. Initiative.
Is this the same song?
Why does my initiative suck?
It's a different version of the song that's for combat.
I like it.
Mhm. It is
Oh.
nice.
Tormain. All right. So as you kind of like move forward, Tormain draws the sword, and you can see that the creature on the opposite side is very kind of like locked in, and in a blur of just motion, it kind of bolts forward. And the whole time, Hilda, you're watching its eyes kind of like snap from like side to side, and you're like, I don't know what that's about, but you're kind of familiar with creatures like in the lower portions of Blackspear that are very keen about gauging like the more fleshy target, the less armored targets, and you feel that vibe here, and you're actually stunned when it moves up and it actually moves towards you instead of Tormain, as the less armored individual, and your brain kind of does like a really.
Hmm.
Well, I guess I gotta pump my numbers here. Like, um, it throws a punch straight for your face, and you're trying to get your shield up as it kind of it kind of almost gets blocked by the shield, but you see him rotate his wrist around and kind of clock right into your face. I need you to make hold on, a Constitution saving throw, and you will be taking.
20.
You'll take 8 points of damage. 5 of it is lightning. As he punches you, there's like a pop, and it kind of like a spark kind of flies out of his hands, and you feel it's like kind of like woozy for a second. You just succeeded on a save against stunning strike, and he pulls his hand back and then whips his feet down low, and he'll be making a acrobatics check against Tormain. Tormain will then make an athletics check to oppose. And you watch as like the punch hits, and then kind of doesn't do the intended effect. He drops low and spirals his foot out and sweeps Tormain off of his feet, knocking him prone. He then rolls over from that same position, brings his foot down onto Tormain's face as he's kind of coming on top of him, and hits for 4 points of damage. I rolled a 1. He rolls on top of Tormain, and then he rolls past you and gets next to Arya and kind of flutters up and gets ready to attack her, but doesn't this turn. But he breaks through your armored defense very nimbly, and he's now standing next to one of your backline. Hilda.
Okay. I want to. Does 18 hit?
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
6.
6. And the second
know.
attack?
12.
Miss.
If I use my jump ring, will that provoke opportunity attack?
Movement will provoke an opportunity attack, yeah.
Even? Okay.
Jumping is not disengaging.
Gotcha. Okay, then I'm just gonna shield bash.
Okay. So as he kind of like takes that first spear shot and was kind of focused on Arya, you see him kind of turn towards you. The next spear he kind of catches with his forearm and pushes it against the wall. And as the shield comes in, he puts his hand out in front of him, and you feel your shield stopped by his palm. And for your perspective, Arya, you're like looking at it from the side. It's like that scene in Scott Pilgrim where the two girls are fighting. And she like stops her like in midair kind of situation. Like it's like block, and it's like the most stunning block you've seen in this adventure so far. Soul, you're up.
Magic missile.
Okay. Pop, 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 pop. You see them kind of slam into the creature's back. It's kind of like moves with the punches as he's kind of still holding onto the shield and kind of looks over his shoulder for a second with his big fish eye. Okay, Tormain goes, ha!
I just want the family sword back!
Tormain goes, ha! And you see him like kind of gruffly kind of push off the shield and like lift himself up and then, I won't be knocked down, I'm gonna fight you. And I hope that this click works. Please. But why though? I clicked it. The sword comes in, the creature pushes off the shield, kind of moves away just slightly as the sword kind of comes in between the two of Hilda and the fish. And he kind of spins around looking at Soul as the problem. Ronnie.
We're gonna Hunter's Mark him and back up a little and then fire that sweet longbow.
Okay. Roll damage.
25.
Okay.
10.
In response.
And I
Hold on.
6.
Oh, additional damage. So. Okay, so I still nail it. So you shoot at him, and you see as he's kind of looking at Soul, the eyes kind of shift for a second, and then you watch his hand fly up in the air, grab the arrow that's flying at him, and he spins around very suddenly, and that arrow is sent right back at you. And it'll do 7 points of damage to you, Ronnie, as he deflects arrows, catches it, and tosses it back at you.
That was kind of cool. But ow!
I mean, rad, but fuck you, man! Alright.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
Alright, you're up.
Alright. Alright.
Okay. Don't sound too bitter about it.
I just need to get. I need to get away. I'm going to. What am I doing here? What am I even doing here? I'm exhausted.
The fish already used their reaction, so you can just walk away.
Oh wait. Oh, we did. Okay. You can see like there's like little tears. There's like tears welling in Arya's eyes. Not tears of like sorrow, just of exhaustion. She moves here, and then she'll pop a leveled spell.
Okay.
We'll do Phantasmal Force. Okay. So I need an intelligence save.
I got a 15.
I
Okay.
hate you.
And no half on this, okay. It worked really well against the orcs. Was it the orcs? No, that's the whites. What was it that you used it on? You've used this before. I think it was in this dungeon. But yeah, it doesn't work. It seems to just kind of quickly move its hand through, or his hand through the cage, and seems to just not be concerned with it. As that happens, though, you see that the whole time, like, he was looking at you as you ran past your friends, and he kind of like, "Arr!" and looks back at Soul and says, and then runs up the wall over Hilda and just sprints, like, blurring with like motion effects. As a bonus action, he takes the disengage action, and he'll rush over the wall and land here, kind of maneuvering around Arya. And as he's like coming past you, Arya, he kind of hops in the air. His body kind of crunches in, and then he throws his foot out and spiral kicks, hitting you or attacking you twice. 1 and 2. Oh, why did it roll the? Oh, okay, I see. So, wow, you have an 11 AC. No, you mage armor.
12.
Did you mage armor though?
Yes, I did. It lasts like for hours, and so I did it.
So you're at 13,
earlier.
then, right?
I'm at 12 because I have a -1 dexterity.
That's really sad because I hit with 1 per 12 and 1 per 13. So,
It's okay.
all right. I need you to make a con saving throw on the first one, and then you're going to take a total of 9 damage.
Look at my con save.
Okay. So
Look at my con check.
as like you're running, you're like, ah! The cage appears, and you just watch it kind of like wobble. You see him rush past, like I said, run over Hilda, rush past you, and then basically hurricane kick into your face twice. The first one like dazed, and then the second one just like more damage as he lands in front of you and says, "You will not pass." Speaking to someone who's hearing, Hilda, you're up.
Wait, how much damage did I take?
It was a total of 9.
Oh, okay.
Which I believe you're spitting blood out as you're.
Yeah.
Concussions? Oh, God.
I'm going
I
to.
just told people I wanted to sleep. What the fuck?
The fish is just trying to help you out by making you go night night. It's okay. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
that's all he's trying to do. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
It's the sleep spell.
Sleeping with
Not.
the fishes.
Permanent sleep. Sleeping with
Haha.
fishes.
I did it. I did it. I made a pun. I made a pun that Andy would be proud of.
Aw.
There's
You can have
23.
inspiration.
He'll hear us later.
Yeah. And then he'll decide if he would have been proud of that or not.
Hmm.
What's the play, Hilda?
I just did a ranged spear attack. Throw my spear.
The first one, 23. The damage is 7. He got his reaction back at the start of his turn, so he grabs the spear out of midair. And when he does, you see him kick the end of it as he lets go of it. It spins in the air, and before it disappears, he grabs it again and throws it back to you. So with the force of it returning to you and the force of his throw, it lances into you. He does 9 points of damage to you with your own spear.
Wait. I have an arrow catching the shield. You gain a +2 bonus to armor class against range attack rolls.
I hit a 25. So
Jesus.
it definitely catches that that
Yeah.
arrow.
What was the damage? Sorry.
It's only 9.
9.
Yeah.
9.
It's just a
Only.
D4 plus his dex.
Alright. So then I'll run up on him then.
Yeah. Dodge this.
Jeez.
That will hit.
Okay. 10.
Ow. Big damage, big numbers.
And then shield bash.
Ooh, oh, okay. Yeah. Now, for dramatic effect, are you okay with me taking some liberties on the rules real quick? For just dramatic effect?
Yeah.
Okay, so you throw the spear, he kicks it and throws it back at you, and then it kind of zips back, or you got it in your body, kind of pull it out, rush forward, just lance him in the leg. He kind of spirals back a little bit, and as he's flying through the air, kind of aloft, you just throw that shield forward and smash him. He goes flying back and kind of skids onto the ground, but you immediately pursue. I'd say immediately pursue and kind of get in front of Arya, kind of holding that position as you kind of just push him back, and he's kind of like panicked for a second as you came pretty hard on that one. Okay. Hilda, Dunce, hole up.
You know, he enjoyed the magic missiles last time, so let's just keep up with that.
I'm out of reaction, so I can't throw your sorcerer's blast back at you, but
I don't want to reverse Hadouken. 9.
Is that what you're saying to
Nine's
the
the
reverse Hadouken?
magic number.
You're
Yeah.
saying 9 to the reverse
Yes,
Hadouken?
exactly that. I do have German on this character sheet too.
So like you're kind of standing there, Hilda, and you got the spear, and you're like back into like Spartan mode, and then you hear the whoosh as the blue bolts fly over top of you and slam into the fish and kind of boom, back and back a little bit. Tremaine will rush forward, and he's actually going to step forward a couple more spaces because he is a wood elf, and get behind the creature. As he rushes to that position, he's going to make a single attack and hit. It's a light, kind of graceful kind of spin as he kind of moves back into position, holding kind of similar pose to you, but as he kind of flutters around and brings the blade about, it kind of catches the fish across the cheek. Tremaine is done. Ronnie, you're up.
We'll come out here and fire at him again.
Okay.
13.
That'll miss.
Dang it. And she'll say, "Dang it!"
As the arrow kind of skates past, you actually see Tremaine kind of like throw his shield over. Oh! But
And
it's
then
nowhere near
she'll-
him.
Yeah. Just for safety's sake, she's gonna pop back into her little cubby.
Why is everybody treating me like an enemy? I'm not possessed. Leave me alone. Arya,
Even my
you are
sister.
possessed.
At this point, I think I still have spell slot. Let me see. I think
You're kind of lagging a bit.
Yeah.
with a
Yeah, more than a bit.
Man, that concussion really brutal.
Yeah, I beat the shit out of their internet.
okay, I killed Twitch. Maybe that'll help a little bit.
I said.
So I'm gonna cast it. This should be last around 4 hours.
And their internet was
Yeah,
like.
last 4 hours. We'll hex their strength,
Okay.
and then we will pop off a Eldritch Blast. I am going to manually do the hex damage.
Okay.
So
I will say,
let
just
me.
as a heads up for future reference, monks use Dex
Uh-huh.
for all of their shit. So I just want to make sure you understand that when it doesn't do anything, the strength hex, it's not my fault. It's your learning experience. That's the reason. Okay?
Are you saying that can I change my
No,
mind?
you
later?
cannot.
So let me hit Eldritch Blast. Hold on.
Yep. That'll hit.
17 hit? Okay,
Mhm.
so let's do
Damage
12
a lot.
damage plus a d6 of necrotic. That'll be 14 total damage.
Mhm.
I'm also going to move 25 feet here. And then that's it.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Oh wait, pause. Go back to your space where you were. I'm sorry. I get so fast full of stuff. Go back to the space you were starting at. And you can obviously rescind the hex because you didn't cast it. You're stunned. I forgot to put the marker on you.
Oh, I'm stunned.
Yeah, you failed the con save. I'm sorry. So at the end of your
So do-
turn,
Too
you'll no longer be
stunned to
stunned.
speak.
You're too
Can I
stunned.
just do nothing?
Yeah, absolutely nothing on a stunned turn. That's right.
Can I cough and like get blood all over
Hilda? Yes.
Hilda's back?
So
So
sorry.
Hilda, you just feel something wet and hot hit the back of your neck, and it's my blood.
What I will
And that's
say
my
though,
turn.
please notate that Eldritch Blast though, the attack and the damage roll.
Mhm.
When you next cast Eldritch Blast, that's what the attack and damage roll is going to be. Just
Oh, I
letting that
love
happen.
that. Thank
Because
you.
I totally let you have that whole turn and just think you were doing something. And I'm like, psych.
It's okay. I
JK.
was mentally disassociating during my beating, so
I mean,
while
to
you were
be fair,
stunned,
you were having internet issues.
while you were stunned, you were like, kill you. You died.
that is such a that happens. Like inside of Arya's mind, she's doing all this awesome shit, and then we like zoom out, and she's just like coughing blood on
None of that happened.
on Hilda. Okay.
It's like
The
having
monk-
a fever.
Wait,
monk
when
will-
she coughs blood, just
Oh.
in case, honor guard. I want to honor guard Arya.
I don't know what that means.
No, you're not taking damage.
Well,
But
just in case.
No,
But
don't-
I'm
don't use your reaction for silly stuff. Use it for a purpose, because I'm about to attack
Oh.
you and the Tormain. In
can't
fact,
do nothing.
I'm actually going to attack you with Tormain. If I'm allowed to do damage to Tormain. So I'm going to attack Tormain. I like Tormain a lot. Okay, yeah, that'll hit. And do you wish to use Honor Guard?
I can't. I can only on Arya. I can't on.
Oh, because adjacent to the creature as well. Yeah. Okay, so then what you watch is the creature kind of facing off against you, kind of get cut on the side as Tormain kind of moves behind. Not really facing Tormain, kind of stops, drops the guard a little bit, and then snaps back over his own shoulder with his whole head, his massive teeth coming out as he grabs a hold of Tormain on the chest plate and arm, and then throws him over his shoulder at you. Tormain takes damage. You can see lightning kind of sparking off of him as he does that. And he throws Tormain into you.
Oh,
19 hits on the nose, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll take...
Does Tremaine count as a missile?
no, it's definitely being used as a bludgeon. You'll take 8 bludgeoning damage and 3 lightning damage as the lightning courses out of its mouth into Tormain and into you. And then Tormain is hit here and then falls there prone. And then, with the last attack the creature has... Oh, sorry, hold on. Tormain needs to make a... Actually, I'm going to make you do it with that attack too. I think I can do so. Double check my notes. Yeah. So Tormain's going to make a con saving throw. He succeeds. You need to make a con saving throw.
Before I'm gonna use the Divine Soul class feature to make sure that Hilda has advantage for the roll.
Okay. So just roll it twice. Con save. Fail. Pass.
15.
The only
Thank
reason
you.
you passed. Son of a bitch. Okay, so then he is going to, once that's all done, look down to Tormain, who's like pretty beaten up on the ground, and looking at you, who's not as beaten up. He kind of presses his foot against the wall and jumps into the air and snap kicks like downward stroke at the dwarf's head. And you get the shield up in time. You can like feel the kind of weight of the creature kind of slam into you as it lands back into its space. Ah! Hilda, you're up. It screams and you're like, ah!
Good lord. Okay. 12,
Blocks it.
26.
Damage. It goes right through his arm as he's trying to block it, and he blocks too early, and then goes right through his face as you lance his arm and his face, and like both of them skewered on the point of your spear. And then you just let it hang there, and you can feel the weight of the fish kind of on the spear as you hold that pose. Spear kind of like lanced out, like full extension, like you're practically touching his forearm with your arm. Is how deep you got the spear into him. He dies. That.
Hit him with the shield bass, just cuz.
Yeah, knock him off the shield. You don't need to roll it. You don't need to roll it. But flavor wise, you're like you hold it there for a second, and he's like, ah! And then you're just like,
He twitched. He twitched. I wasn't sure.
he's still making noise. Battered and bruised.
Sleeping.
The last fish folk that you can see is dead now.
Are you guys okay?
I don't know if we're gonna be able to take on anything bigger than that without a rest.
Maybe we should rest. You guys look really bad.
Yes, flee this place, or suffer the wrath of Utaglub.
You sound very
Utaglub.
cocky.
Wait, no, he says Utaglub. I mean Utaglub.
You don't know your own name?
What are you talking about? Of course I know my own name. It's Utaglub.
I just want my family sword back.
I thought it was an axe.
Oh, okay, well, it's not here. You'll have to go to another castle.
Did she go in there?
I'm just down the hall.
Ronnie,
Oh! I thought that was the room!
you're like, Ronnie, wait. She's like, huh? Looks around the corner.
What?
Soul's like,
You
I'm
sound weird.
trying to stop her. Or going. I guess we're going.
Yeah, I'm going.
All right, all
Is it
right.
down here? Or is it the
You walk
doors?
around, the sound of the voice kind of
Oh.
stops, and as you kind of look southwards, you see the same floor pattern that you saw in the base of the bell tower.
Are these doors locked?
If you test them, they are not.
Hey, let's open them.
There's a weird sun pattern in there.
Is Tremaine still prone?
No, he gets up. He's coming. Sorry,
Oh.
I'm also doing other things.
He's tired.
You can open the doors if you want.
Open the
Okay.
door.
You both open the doors. Inside, you see a 15 by 10 room, completely empty and barren of anything. The ceiling, however, has a symbol in each of them. The symbol of the door on the right is a falcon, but it's like you're looking at the falcon. The symbol is the underside of a falcon. So it almost creates the illusion that you're looking up at a falcon. And then the other room has a Atavian cross.
On the ceiling.
Yeah. Again, you see the space, and it says, "No need to come here. You can just be on your way. No swords or anything peculiar." As you enter into the space, you see that at the end of this passageway that you're coming down, there is a dais. At the end of this hall, you see that the dais has 2 thrones seated upon it. The room that you're entering into is a bit round, and on the left side from where you're entering, there are 4 treasure chests, similar to the treasure chests you found underwater. To the right, there is a hallway. To where it goes, you don't know as of yet, but just out of the corner of your eye, you can kind of see what looks like a dining room table. Seated upon the left throne, which traditionally in Atavian countries like Osiria and the like, the left throne would be the seat of the queen or the consort. Basically, he or she or they who are not in power, they are simply attached to power by marriage. Seated in that spot is a massive, corpulent Kuatoa. Looks like very well fed in fine looking Atavian robes. It looks as though paint has been smeared on the Atavian markers on the chest to make a very strange, weird combination between the Atavian cross and the symbol that you've seen a couple times in this place, the mark of the betrayer.
You're not Utagul.
Well, no, I am. That's my name. Utagurb. Yeah.
Hmm.
You don't look the same as you did before.
We've never met. You're mistaken, Lady Elf. But he kind of pauses, shifts in his seat a little bit. You killed everyone else, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you killed everybody else from another party.
No, I didn't. Well, if you're gonna do it, I guess.
Kill
Would
you?
Well, that's what you murderous slut are here to do, right? You're servants of the
Where-
axe.
The what?
The axe.
Mm.
Hateful,
axe?
warmongering fiends? Well, who else could you be in service to?
Lord Alwyn?
Who?
Clearly, there's
Knights Ancient?
a lot. Let's start from the beginning.
Well, in the beginning, there was...
I don't need the Song of Creation right now. We don't have that much time.
Oh, song. I've never heard of a song creation. Well, okay, well, yeah.
Arya pulls out her letter.
In the background, just holding it.
Where did you get the name?
Well, it was mentioned by others when we were escaping from the tunnels. It was a creature that was eating the crystals. And so we fled in the basins in the ocean. We found our way into a grimy tunnel. But eventually we found a nice lake, and it had this place in it, so we stayed here. It's comfortable. He says as he kind of pats the chair.
When you say you saw a creature eating the crystals,
No, I didn't. Oh, they
Who
did.
did?
Well,
what did they say it looked like?
they didn't really talk about it too much, but you could ask them, but you killed them all.
Sure, you don't
They
remember
attacked us
anything?
first.
Me personally, no. No, I was the one leading the escape, so I didn't really look back over my shoulder too much. I was too busy running.
Running?
Yeah.
I believe that.
Oh, yeah. But nothing I know about a sword. You said you were looking for a sword. Might be
You
in one of
obviously
the
don't have it. I
might be in one of the chests, he gestures. And if you were willing to spare my life, I would teach you how to open them. Oh, but you'll probably kill me and foolishly try to open them yourselves, like many others have done.
the robes, that symbol.
Oh, this? Yes.
Where'd that symbol come from?
We found this symbol deep in this place. And, well, when our group thought about it really hard, it started to form into something. A lot of my compatriots, foolhardy as they are, believed that it was some sort of god. Well, so I took its symbol and told them that I was speaking on behalf of it. It's a common thing to do amongst the Kutoa. Yes.
We are looking for someone, another dwarf.
Oh, I
I'm
wasn't
assuming you haven't
lying
moved
about
from that chair in quite a while.
I wasn't lying about that. We haven't seen any dwarves or anything like that. Genuinely, I am not lying. If you wish, you can cast your spells to figure out what is going on in my mind. Or whatever arcane tortures you have.
Arya will kind of like nudge Soul. Yeah, we probably should invest in detect thoughts, shouldn't we?
If
Stare
violating
darkly
people's
now?
off into space.
if violating people's minds is what you want to do, sure.
Oh, it's not as fun when you say it that way.
It's not fun for anyone.
Have you been the victim of
Yes.
such a... Oh. Who did that to you?
Well, servants of the axe. For a time.
Ah.
I was able to break away from them, but as I said, I ran. Others followed with me, and some of them were not quick enough.
Does that term mean anything to me?
When he says it, and each time he says it, Soul specifically gets a flash of the axe.
Mm.
So you were deep in the tunnels.
Well, yeah. Where it burgeons up against the foul deep, of course. It's where we stem from. Traveled a ways up. A lot's changed.
So
Am I-
nobody's
No, go ahead.
so nobody's been down here.
Well, I mean, I've been down here. I'm not nobody. It's rude. And my friends, who, again, you probably murdered. Did you...
Well, it was self-defense.
Monarch, you killed Monarch?
Is it the monk?
Well, yes.
Oops. I mean, I didn't kill him.
It's fine. No, your lot, the surface dwellers, are horrible people. Not the first
That's
time
true.
our groups have encountered them. 100 years ago, my descendants, or my ancestors, because that's not how descendants work. My ancestors just tried to swim up to the surface and were killed by some folk or another wearing bronze or brass armor or something. A horrible lot, you surface dwellers, all of you. Pointy-eared ones, green ones, short little tiny ones, or short big ones.
Did any of them have long arms?
That's the ones, yes, in the brass armor.
Ah.
For what it's worth, the quote-unquote surface dwellers don't really like them much either.
Well, you're just like them. Except for the long arms part. Of course, you've got short arms, and then she's got pretty short arms pointing at the door. And then her arms are kind of, I don't know, they look like they probably couldn't climb very well. And then his arms are kind of good, but her arms are also fine, I guess, but not long either. I don't have very long arms, and I've got these fins. The fins help me swim.
Bet
Am
you
I getting
couldn't
out of this
swim either.
alive? I don't need to, I swim. I just
The
said
only
that.
reason that we killed the other... Wait, what are these guys called? The
Kuatoa.
The only reason the other Kuatoa died is because they attacked us. If you don't attack us, I
Well,
don't think
apologies.
we want to kill you.
Why did they attack you?
It's a great question.
Because we're in here?
We've been wandering through this temple trying to find...
Oh, right.
fam.
Age-old thing. That. If you go somewhere where other people are living, they typically aren't terribly fond of you barging into their home.
Like when you
I
emerged from the lake
apologize.
above ground.
Well, of course, and we retreated back and were killed horribly. They routed us. Again, I'm not saying my ancestors were any better than you lot. But,
Or yourself.
I don't presume anybody was living on that field.
Hilda,
Before
why
this
was, it
gets-
that, why was it that you came in here originally?
To kill
We
this
were-
guy. Shake it.
We were looking for a deserter, an oathbreaker.
The only thing I know is that if someone came down here for something, they probably went for the symbol. That's where the relic was.
Where's the symbol?
Well, again, I don't know why I would help you in any way, shape, or form, but, it's back through the temple. It's, well, kind of thinks about it.
I don't like him.
Why? Because he's pointing out your oppression and your colonialist tactics, and you hate being
Yeah.
shown the mirror of your horrific nature.
I said I liked it. That's the opposite of hate.
Oh, I thought you said I think I like him. I thought you said I think I don't like him. I'm sorry.
I said I think I like him.
He is pretty great. There's a storage area. It's over by the storage area.
Is it labeled storage area?
I know that the other scales are no longer following me. The ones that didn't believe me, they have taken it.
They
over.
wear headdresses?
Yes. And an astute point that nobody asked any questions
Yeah.
about.
I
The Kuatoa in this area do not have the headdresses.
Compared to the ones in the
ones
maw.
upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Everything
upstairs.
below the
Upstairs.
waterway, no headdresses.
Oh.
And the
okay.
Kuatoa that ran away, no headdress.
Do they follow the ones with the headdresses, or they...
They
Following.
are different scales. I don't know what they do. They wouldn't believe me when I said I was a servant of, well,
Putaku?
calling it that didn't work originally, so I had to make up a different name. And
Oh.
an inspiration came to me when an ally of mine handed me a strange knife. Tremaine says, "This one?" And kind of holds up the knife that he picked up. "Yeah, well, that's it. The priestly knife, the sacrificial dagger we found out here. The name Sen. So that is the name of the one we worship."
I'm assuming, given the recognition of the symbol of the betrayer? Do I?
Yeah, Sen.
Know that
Sen's
name?
the betrayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Wait.
Do I, as someone studied in religion, do I recognize the name of Sen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sen is the demon prince of betrayal. But when he says, the name came to me, the name was Sen. And it definitely sounds like he is not like an actual practitioner. It very much sounds like he's a charlatan who
Ah.
strangely got some sort of divine kind of knowledge through the dagger.
That dagger, that's the
That one there, yeah. Interesting.
dagger my
The el-
husband stabbed me.
Oh. Well, we found it. Do you want it? Well, you have it already. At least the buff one with the pointy ears does. Tormain goes. Like just the most Gaston smile.
Interesting. We can talk about that more later. Well, you offered to open these chests or show us
Well,
how
yes.
in exchange for not continuing this bloodshed.
Well, I assume you killed them all. So the only continuation of bloodshed would be me.
It wasn't exactly our goal. We didn't go looking.
Yeah, and the issue is if I tell you, then you'll kill me. Because you've already got the knowledge. So what proof do I have that you'll spare me if I tell you how to open the chests?
I mean, what do you have to lose?
My life. Both ways.
If you
I mean, you're just
Wouldn't
gonna
it
be
make
stuck
s-
down here. You're on your own.
But if I
Wouldn't
die
it-
and I don't tell you, what do you have to lose? Everything.
Well, wouldn't it make sense to make the best argument for not getting killed?
The issue is that I don't trust you. And because I don't trust you, I don't think I'm going to help you with this matter.
I want to
We
throw
can-
my spear at him, but hit the throne.
Okay. Do
I
you want
need
to hit the other throne, or do you want to hit the throne he's seated in?
the other throne.
Okay, just make it. You don't have to make an attack roll. You slam it right into the thing. He kind of looks
Oh
at it,
my
like
God.
kind of like pauses for a second, and then kind of looks at the spear as it flies back to you, and he says, "No, I didn't doubt you were violent. That, not at all a doubt. I assume that was the case. I mean, look at his muscles." Tormain's like,
Oh.
I mean, if you're trying to intimidate me, I mean, you could certainly continue with that if that's what you want to do. And if you wish to torture me, I suppose that's something the Axe servants would do. It's fine.
We don't want to torture you or anybody else.
Oh,
Our friend has lost her husband, and so is
Didn't you just say she
Uh,
got stabbed
strong.
by her husband?
yes, betrayed. Betrayed by her husband, the betrayer.
He starts scratching his fins, and then he starts like
That just-
stroking the weird kind of like he's got like catfish like thingies because he's older and more wizened. Ugh. Betrayed. Interesting.
Seems to be a lot of that going around in here.
Yeah. You know there is.
Is Tormain possessed by Sen?
The acolyte said he was. Huh. What is that? I don't. Huh. Interesting. Betrayed.
What are you thinking about?
Well, okay. I will help you. Not in the way that I initially said I was going to help you. Instead, in a different way. But, you have to trust me.
I'm listening.
Okay. He hops up out of his chair, and he's probably about the same height as Hilda, and his robes are like made for a person the height of like whoever the tallest of the group is. So they're like dragging after him, and he's kind of like shuffling so he doesn't like step on them, and he starts
love
walking. He starts walking this way.
Oh, he's so cute.
Okay. And then he pops this door open. Okay. And he holds the door open and he points in there. That. And I'm going to zoom to it. You see a face on the wall made out of gold, completely bland, no features to the face other than a mouth slit, nose slits, and eye slits. Spewing from all three of those, not a very high velocity, just like a slow trickle, is water. It almost creates the illusion that this face is crying, and kind of like, water coming from their mouth. There's a basin beneath it that's collecting all of this. To the left and right of that, there are two chests, but the chests have already been popped open and looks like they've already been ransacked. You're pretty sure that the robes that he's wearing were probably pulled from one of these chests. On the left and right, there are glass cases that are kind of seated in the corners. And inside those glass cases are armor stands. The armor stands have no armor upon them. And he says, in the water there's a key. I have not been able to pull the key out of it since I put it back in. It was the key
Put
that
it back in?
Well, put it in, not back in. I suppose it might go there, but I found it elsewhere, and I used it to open the door that led to the relic. I didn't stay with the relic long, nor did I dare touch it. Strange thing to be sure. But the key, once the others, the different scaled ones, started trying to betray me, I hid it. And I had my honor guard protect me. Well, they obviously didn't do a great lot of good against you. They have served me quite well against the other scaled ones. So, if you can get the key out of that water, it will take you to the relic. Once you have the relic, I'm sure you can do whatever you want. I don't know what it does, but it gave me pretty good power. But if you don't want it, and you don't want the relic, fine. But this is the only thing that I can do to help you at this point. The help is a ways away from here, a distance, and then I will leave. You will have this. You can sort out the chests at your pleasure. It is quite a conundrum. It's a bit of a puzzle. But you could try and figure it out. Or not. But I will give you access to the key. You'll take the key where you need to take it. Do what you have to do. But if your friends that you're looking for, this dwarf or whatever, and the others, are anywhere in this place, they have most certainly run afoul of the other scaled ones. And if they aren't dead, then they are in league with them. So, the relic is where they're probably at.
That makes sense. But my family sword might be in those chests, so I really need you to.
I'll be completely honest with
Hope
you.
so.
I don't think a sword could fit in those chests. Unless like a really small one.
It was a very special magic sword.
Well, I'm sorry.
Could you not actually? Do you not actually know how to open the chest?
I do know how to open the chest, but if I show you how to open the chest, especially how keen this one seems to be about it, then you'll just kill me. Okay, wait. Pauses for a second. Roll persuasion, Soul, because it's kind of where you're leaning.
I will give myself advantage too, since I still have a couple uses of that.
Okay. Very important to your family. Fine. I will do this thing for you. But if I open the chest and find your sword, I will hold on to it. And then you will lead me out to the lake by any ways we can get out to the outside, and then I will give you the sword and leave. But you can't stab me in the back.
Well, we're not Hilda's husband. That would be silly.
Is she Hilda? Points at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty funny. Good joke. Yeah, that's the deal. Take it or leave it. And he holds his hand up like this.
That sounds fair, although going up to the lake when the town around it might be dangerous in another way for you. And there are
No,
those,
no. There's a tunnel that goes back to the grimy space, so I could go
Oh,
there.
okay.
And
Okay.
it's not the best thing ever, but it would be better than this, I suppose.
Is it underwater?
Yeah, well, most of it.
That
The
sounds.
grimy space connects to the tunnels. The tunnels lead to the crystals where the axe was.
Oh,
Okay.
to the
That's-
Helmall?
The what? The what
Helmall.
now?
It's
What's a Helmall?
It's
the place
what
with
we-
crystals. It's
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you call it? Oh.
yeah. It's like how you didn't know the word for it.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Fair. I'm getting it. Helmall.
Okay, yeah.
Crystals. Okay.
That sounds fair to me. Let's deal
Okay.
with the chest. I'll deal with the key, and
Well-
we'll get you up to the.
Actually, now that I think about it, are you guys hungry?
I mean,
Do you have food?
I mean, not really, but I could make some.
Or his like stumble stomach grumbles, but she like doesn't say anything.
I mean, it sounds like this relic is pretty dangerous and well guarded. So I guess before we
Okay.
lead you back up, before we go there, it's
So, since I might die anyways, I will cook you some food. Okay. And then, once I've done that, I will take you to the chests. If the sword's in there, I keep it. And you can't have it. And I'll make it so that if you harm me, then it would be bad. But for the sword. And then you will lead me. Wait, hold on. The key. You need that for the. Well, you can figure that out. Then you'll lead me to the lake. And once I've made it to the lake, I will give you the sword and I will leave. Why am I cooking? Because I'm hungry. Right. You see him pull a gem-encrusted bowl out of his robes and kind of walk over to the dining room table and kind of sit there, set it down, sit in the chair, and say, "Okay, well, you figure out what you want to do, and I'll be with you in a moment." Okay. And he starts praying over the bowl.
I mean, sounds fine to me.
For like 10 minutes. You guys want to do anything while he's doing that?
somebody should go check out the water for the key.
Okay.
Arya is just gonna lay on her back and like
Was it?
On the
It was in
table
this water.
or on the floor?
no on the floor.
Okay. You look to the water, and as I described, it's like a gold, featureless mask on the wall that is kind of connected to some sort of water font or something, and it's causing water to kind of spill out of its features.
So what happened again with the water?
I can't get it back up. Well, I got it. I gotta start over again.
I guess you can only get it out once.
It sounded
So
like
reach your hand in.
he was more confused. When you put your hand into the water, you kind of like it bumps out against the surface and it doesn't go into the water. And you're actually confused because you like touch the water that's coming out of the face, and it's regular. But when you put your hand in the water, it's not like it's buoyant or something. It's like it's solid.
Like it's ice, but not
No,
cold.
like it's plastic. Like it's like a plastic like version of yeah. I guess it's the same as ice. Sure, it's not slippy.
It's just a pool of resin. No, I can't get
Right.
it either.
But it seems that the water's reacting with it as if it were water. Like it's hitting and it's moving. But when you put your
Oh.
hand to it, it just
It's
long.
like a pool cover.
Yeah.
If I use Mage Hand, can the Mage Hand go through
Do you cast it in it or above it?
in it?
You watch as the spell like is cast, but nothing seems to manifest inside of the bowl.
I guess we'll
Nice.
try outside and then moving into it.
Above drops down, like it were a solid object.
Hilly, you try.
No, that's okay. So, and one of those
Tremaine?
chests we got, you said there were rods in them?
So nobody pulled it out or did anything with it. The chests are just back out upstairs, though. You can go get it. There was one that had a rod bolted down,
Uh-huh.
right? And then there was the portable hole one, which you don't know if there's a rod in it or not because no one tested to see if there was one in it.
But the rod was bolted down.
The one in that you saw with your eyeballs and was not in an extra dimensional space, yeah, it was bolted down.
Sounds like we need to see if there is one inside the extra dimensional space then. I believe we were carrying them around, John.
You can, again, it's right upstairs even if not, so you just go up, you find the void box. Do you shove your hand in there and check it?
Yep.
You think of the black rod, and out comes the beacon stick. It's the same exact shape and size as the one that's in the box that's not a void space, and it's not bolted down.
So, maybe we could try that. Okay.
What do you do?
I'm not sure which one we need.
We got both.
Can I see that? And I will try to stick it in the ice glass.
The free beacon or the non-free beacon? Like, are you putting the box in the water or are you putting the stick in the water? It sounded like you're putting the stick in the water.
The stick in the water.
You drop it in. You watch as it hits the water, and you're expecting it to bounce, but it goes right through. The second it touches the key, you watch the key vanish and appear inside the box.
Oh, that's a nifty trick.
Now, where's the rod? Is it still in the water?
You cannot get the rod again.
Boiled.
You're like, it's a totally cool, amazing thing I can only use once. But you held in the box, so now in your hand, a key. The key in question has the Atavian cross perfectly emblazoned upon it, surrounded by a sun, and it's like a gold disc attached to a very ornate and like cross. It's similar to the reliquary key in that it's like 4 different like key teeth, but the head of it is like instead of being like a dog tag, it's like a massive coin that's basically the sun shape on the ground, but with the Batavian cross through it.
Okay, I lost the cool rod thing.
Maybe we'll find another one.
Your presumption is that the one in the box is paired, so you can just fuck this box, toss it.
Put that in the water.
Do you try it?
I mean, we don't need it.
Do you try it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You take the box, you toss it into the water, and I need everybody who's in the room at current to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no!
D.
Why did I do that?
This seems like a really good time to use that last advantage granting to myself.
Gino's yelling and is muted.
With my exhaustion, I have a -3 to dexterity.
I'm aware.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Aren't they far enough off though? They're off to the side.
Yeah, if they're over there, then that's fine. Go ahead and roll the dice again.
Me?
Yeah.
14.
Okay, so I'll ask you, as I'm describing this, Arya, at a certain point, what you want to do in response. For everyone else, the obvious answer is rush back the way you came through. The second the box enters in, you watch as the box itself just kind of vanishes, like sugar being put into water. This also destroys the bonds that are on the beacon. The beacon rod touches the other beacon rod, and the second that happens, you see this black energy start to swell inside of the well and start to spread open. It looks like a gateway into this space that's just infinite stars, but it's a very slow rippling and opening effect. And the dexterity save DC was only 10, which you would have failed. But it starts to open up and fill this entire room. Everybody rushes out very quickly. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And Arya, do you wish to remain in that back corner or exit out the way that they came through? Do you escape the swelling Terran reality that's so seemingly inside of this room that you're in? Or do you try and hold against the wall that you're in and hope that it doesn't get as far as you are?
I flee.
Okay. You make it out. Someone shuts the door, and you hear just kind of like a boom sound. When you open up the door,
y'all left me in here. Can't open the door.
when you open up the door, again, to reveal what's happened inside, the treasure chests are gone, the glass cases with the armor are gone, the fountain and the mask are still there, but it is empty of the beacons, and it now functions just like regular water. And
Nice and clean now.
as he's still like kind of like muttering the prayer, he's like looking over his shoulder like praying
I'll
over
just
this
quietly close the door again so we can focus.
gemstone bowl. After 10 minutes, he goes, oh, ha ha! And then when he does that, the entire table explodes with this just kind of magic puff of like purples and pinks and whites and like sparkles. And once it clears, you see this magnificent feast of food. Like if you have been to a royal or noble like location or have eaten at the table of the noble Blackspear, Blaze Hatchet, which the Honor Guard certainly have, this is more opulent than those. All just laid out there. Hams and meats and vegetables and other things, fruits. It's decadence at its magnificence. And he goes, okay. Shakes this dust in front of him where the bowl was off of the space and says, well, dig in.
Wow, this looks great.
Well, it is. He says, he just starts going to town.
Wait, did we ever learn his true name?
Nobody asks his name.
I don't think.
I was gonna
never
ask
really
that.
asked.
He only learned Hilda's name because somebody made a joke.
Yeah. So Arya would kind of like approach him and say, I'm really grateful for this. This is very kind and generous of you. But I don't know, what do we call you? What's your real name?
My name's Norzak.
Norzak. Okay, thank you, Norzak.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great generosity. Thank you.
Of course. That was my last one. Anyways. I don't think it works out anywhere but here. He says as he dusts the bowl dust away again. Again, the bowl disappeared in front of him. It vanished at the end of his ritual.
I think Arya is more than anything kind of like dehydrated, so she'll grab whatever ale or mead is sitting around and just like
That'll help your hydration so much.
Soups. There are soups. There are waters, milk.
Okay.
There's all sorts of
Milk.
different like beverages. There's not really much in the way of alcohol.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Like, a big, mug full of soup or whatever, or broth.
Yep. And so, if you partake in the meal, which you spend an hour consuming, by the way, because there's so much to it, and once you lock in, right? It's like you're doing the hunch. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that terminology.
No?
Diners, dine-ins, and dives. I forget what's Guy Fieri or whatever.
Yeah.
He's got a move when you're eating a sandwich, or like something you're holding with your hand. You do the hunch, so you lean over the table and you bring that bad boy right here, so that you're not getting it all over your shirt. Never mind.
Joke's on you. I bring it right to my mouth and then get it all over my shirt and then live out the rest of my day.
And then I have it later.
Like utter shame. Oh,
You got the smell. You got the smell that lingers with you.
there you go. That
So,
too.
if you partook in the meal, which again takes about an hour to consume, you are under the following effects for the next 24 hours. You are resistant to poison. You're immune to the frightened and poisoned conditions. Your maximum hit points increase by 13. And you gain an equal number of hit points. And for this specific casting, in addition to that, you lose all levels of exhaustion.
Thank you.
Can made the deal of the century in here. God damn.
Right.
As I cry.
Okay. Once you're all like, and all that's left is the plates. A couple moments pass, and you kind of, what up? And then he kind of points at the mess, and it all just vanishes in like another puff of smoke. Whew. Well, next part of the deal, I guess. He goes back into the room with the treasure chests, and he will open them all. And upon doing so, you realize there are no swords in there. And he goes, well, wait a minute. That was never even a thought I had. There's no sword. I have nothing to he grabs all of the items.
You're
And he holds them to his chest.
I mean, you just fed us.
And
Why would we kill you?
you see that he's holding 4 very strange items. One appears to be like a ceremonial crook. Like if you're familiar with like Egyptology, like the crooks that are wielded by like the pharaohs. And then he is wielding what appears to be a dagger. He has a cloak that he's bundled up close to his chest, and then perched on top of that is like a little crown. And when I say like a little crown, I don't mean like a tiara. I mean like a crown, like made out of like solid metal and such. That's just tiny. Like if you were to put it on your head, it would sit like in the middle instead of on the brim.
I mean,
I would say Ronnie and Tormain would both kind of go, at the crown because it looks fey.
Mm.
I mean, you don't have to carry all of that, but if that makes you feel more comfortable, that
To the lake!
yep, absolutely.
And if Soul like turns to get out from here, Bobo.
Soupy
Aw.
baby.
If you guys turn from him, you see him kind of go wrap everything into like the bundle of the cloak and go home with his big fish mouth. He just has it in his mouth.
There's like a little edge of the cloak.
No,
Sticking
all
out.
in. You got it in perfect.
Oh.
Flawless.
Sweetheart.
He's hamstering it.
He's hamstring it. That's 100% correct.
All right.
Norzak said he's got to keep it safe.
All right, I guess whatever works. Let's go.
Okay.
So I guess he's part of our party now.
Well, if you're leading him back to the lake, the closest location that would be the first floor. So we'll return there.
Hilda, you have a new husband.
I mean, this one can't cook.
He can cook.
And he hasn't stabbed you, so there's that too.
And he hasn't stabbed you in the back.
You come up, you go out the door, and then that first space, like to the side of where the door is, you go, well, that leads out to the lake. Do you say anything else to him?
We have seen some what are they?
The
What are they
lobster
called?
things.
Yeah,
Chul, he says.
Yeah.
Oh, were there 2 of them?
Yes, I saw just one come in through there, but there were two outside.
Oh, that's great. Well, then I'm fine.
What?
Oh, they're mine.
Oh, oh no.
Well, there were 3 of them, but mine weren't allowed inside.
Hmm.
Whose was?
Giorak.
Is that who? What?
Giorak.
Who's that?
Well, he's the one who was leading the other skills.
Well, there are only 2 now, and they are yours.
If they're outside, yes, they've been good, so I
Yes.
will reward them. Not as well I fed you, but okay. Well, drops everything. When he started talking, by the way, he had to, and it's strange. Like when you look at it, there's only like a little damp part on the bottom of the cloak. Everything else is like perfectly dry. It's like he put it into his big mouth and set it on his tongue and just held it there. Baby cat,
Delicious.
I know you are a bad
That's
boy.
that's a
I know
talent.
that is true.
Hmm.
I know that you are not good. And
What
so
that tongue do?
you absolutely devious individual. um
Fish mouth of holding.
if
Okay.
nobody
alright.
attempts to stop him, he will retreat out the space and leave happily.
Perhaps we'll meet again.
Stay safe.
Oh man. Bye.
But you did make a friend in a sense, Norzek.
Hmm.
If he still lives, then
I mean, we got fed. We opened a tear in space time. We got a key. Got some magic items. I mean, it was a pretty solid deal. And he's not
Committed
dead.
war crimes.
I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game.
I told you it would be an accident.
Remains still weird though.
Tremaine
you-
scratches his head. Well, that was interesting. And he kind of looks at the crown, hands it to Ronnie. And the size of it looks like it would fit on a fairy's head. So fairies are not as small as you think.
Yeah.
They're about a foot tall. But if it were to sit on something, like it's a small enough crown that it looks like it would fit neatly on like a fairy's head.
Hmm.
And then there's the cloak. The cloak looks like it has roses all over it, or it's more of a mantle actually. And then the crook and the dagger.
And these are magic items, or
So
no?
inspecting them, it looks like there are traces of magic on all of them, but they
Okay.
don't appear to be enchanted
Okay.
when you cast detect magic as a ritual on them, with one exception: the crown.
Cool. Could I take some time to identify it?
You could, absolutely. So it is a fairy's crown. It is utilized as such. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Wow. I don't know. I feel like
kidding
I have
me?
some kind of hag in my mind, but my immediate thought was maybe this crown could be corrupted for hag purposes.
No, all the crown does is cast Eslow's diminishing cap on you.
Oh.
But unfortunately, for some reason, that spell from Gathering Magic was not showing up. So I am saddened. While wearing the crown, the user is under the effects of the spell Eslow's diminishing cap. And then Eslow, give me the cap, baby. There it is. Diminishing hat, sorry. Eslow's diminishing hat. You shrink to a much smaller size for the duration. Everything you are wearing and carrying changes sizes with you. Any item dropped by you returns to its normal size at once. Your size is reduced to 8 inches in height and 3 inches in width, and your weight is reduced to 1/16 of normal. This reduction decreases your size to tiny. Your walking speed is reduced by half. You can squeeze into any opening that is 2 inches wide. Until the spell ends, you have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons also shrink to match your new size. While these weapons are reduced, your attacks with them deal a maximum of 1 damage. Additionally, you can move through the space of any creature that is a size category larger than you, and you can attempt to hide when obscured by a creature that is at least 1 size category larger than you.
Well, that's cool.
It's this forever. If you want to wear the hat. The hat does require attunement. Sorry.
Could be dainty.
The disadvantage on strength checks will be really great for climbing.
Well, I wouldn't
Well-
have to climb. I could just cling on to someone or fit in their pocket.
Don't cling on to them, because that's kind of like climbing.
I
The
could just,
the pocket
I
plan.
could just
Perfect.
hide in their backpack.
That's perfect.
You will become a cursed magic item that somehow gives them disadvantage.
The albatross. We can't
Wow.
fly though.
Yank. One yank.
So the Fishmaster is gone. Well, at least the Fishmaster of the light scales. What would you like to do? Now, he said it might be in a storage area. And the storage area, from what you understand, would be past where the Rathi Imshnalishan died.
Go over there then.
Okay. Do you wish to descend down into the storage spaces?
Might as well.
Okay. So it's kind of backwards, but you enter into a long hallway, at the end of which you can see 2 Kuatoa who aren't really paying attention to the direction that you're going, kind of looking off to the right. And they are wearing the caps with the red jellies on them. Oh, the music.
That
is
means
going.
they're aligned with our friend, or no?
The red hat ones are the bad ones.
Oh, okay.
The ones without the red hats are what you have determined after murdering them all, the not bad ones.
That's funny. Wait, it's not that funny.
So, ready up?
Annie will pull out her bow.
Oh, sorry, hold on. It was plus 13 hit points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Tormain 8. Alright. He kind of presses forward. And do you wish to advance on them? Again, they are. If you want to sneak up on them, you can try stealth. But once you kind of breach like this point here, it's when they'll start to notice.
I don't think we're great at stealth.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Wow. Okay. Jermaine's not great at stealth.
He's okay. I mean, he's no Ronnie, but he's not terrible.
I mean, I could throw a spear, she can shoot an arrow.
You'd have to advance a little bit closer for spear throwing. It's 20.
Yeah. No, it's 20 or 60, right?
60 with disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even see him.
I can jump.
You can't see these here?
Mm-mm.
Huh. Can
It's
everybody?
black.
Oh, the dwarf and the orc. Can you see 60 or 120?
I can see him.
Yeah, because dwarves have
I-
120.
Oh.
I have 60 feet of sight.
Should you have
Yeah.
120?
I should have 120.
Okay. The elves are the ones that don't. Got it.
Okay, I can see them now.
So yeah, I mean,
Hey-
Tormental
hey,
advanced
guys.
here can see.
There's Kuatoa over there. Do they have those shell shields?
So these ones here are wielding kind of shell shields, and then it looks like they have a bunch of javelins
That's
in
cool.
their pouches. But the javelins that they have, they appear to all be kind of connected to these red like cords that are kind of hanging out of the pouch, almost like weird fleshy like veins coming out of the back of their quivers. And then the barbs of them appear to be like really just nasty and like horrifically barbed. Like,
Okay, don't say the barbs are nasty. They're gonna come for you.
Megan Thee Stallion's better. I said what I
I
said.
mean, yes, but the barbs will come for you. Be careful.
That's fine. I'll make them all come. I mean,
Please.
Cancel.
Please.
I am dead.
This isn't Sunday Crew.
Yeah. Sorry. A little too boyish. I apologize. Okay. So do you wish to advance to a distance where you can start firing upon them? Ronnie's just rushing ahead.
I just did.
Okay. Well then,
Oh,
Tormain gets to
snap.
the point where it's like it's into need stealth mode just so that he's in front of you. He's not going to let you get past him like that. Hilda, you want to move up?
Yeah. Is
Okay.
there a way I can get as close as possible? Can
Yeah, you get next to Tormain.
I think I do maybe want to try to get closer.
Okay. So if we're going to start attacking, I want everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
Wait. Can I get closer too, please?
Yeah, you can get right behind. Yeah, everybody can move up like a team, like normals.
Okay.
Okay. So that said, it's gonna go to initiative. And you have just normal initiative. They have disadvantage.
Poor guys.
Wow, that was.
Sorry, I'm actually at 4, John. I forgot to turn off advantage.
No worries. You can change it. You know how to do
Finally
that?
got a good roll.
done.
Woo!
All right, Ronnie, you're first.
Tormain's not on the thing.
Oh yeah, that's right, because I didn't roll it.
Still
Okay.
number one.
Ronnie,
We're going to Hunter's Mark, the front one.
Mhm.
Mark that one, and then longbow 14,
hit.
7 and 3, 10.
Takes the damage. Not bloody, so they seem to be a little bit tougher fare than your typical.
Fair.
Arya.
Shifting my hex with a bonus action onto the front one. I had about 4 hours. I have 4 hours on it.
Yeah.
And then we'll do strength, and then we will Eldritch Blast. 19,
Okay.
11, and then I'm gonna manually roll my hex damage.
Okay.
So it's a total of 15.
Hits it. You can just see like a spray come out of the back of its head. There's like a moment where it all just kind of hangs in the air for a second and then drops to the ground with like a sickening, meaty fish thud and blood splattering on the ground. All right, Hilda.
Can I throw from here?
Yeah. If it's at 20 range, you're not disadvantaged, so it's at 25, so it'll be a disadvantage.
I'm throwing anyway.
Yeah, you can throw it twice. Roll it a second time. So 13 will hit. And then the second attack.
We'll throw again. And does 10 hit?
No. So the first one kind of sinks into his arm, and he kind of looks at it, and then as you like get it back, he's kind of confused by it flaring back to you. You throw it the second time, and he kind of sees the trajectory because it's at a distance, and he kind of shifts to the side, scatters across the floor, bounces off of the wall, and then flies back to your hand. Tormain will move and then dash. You see him kind of rush forward, and as he gets in close, you hear him say, in like kind of like a charge, a valiant charge, "The light of Bicaveria!" rushes forward, which is not a thing he's ever said. Bicaveria, the goddess of the seasons, not the Whitweaven.
fuck?
Tormain rushes forward and gets close to the Fishman. Soul, you're up.
Bicaveria, huh? Oh, good. I can finally see them.
Oh,
What do your human eyes see?
Sorceress Burst at the one that's still over there.
Okay. That's gonna miss.
Yeah, sure is.
Okay, it'll go to him. He's going to try and maneuver away from Tormain, who will get an opportunity attack. Hitting. He will not use a smite on this because he kills him with that.
Poor guy.
As he tries to back away, Tormain just kind of brings the blade up, catches it in the back of the head, and drops the creature. Combat's over. That was quick. He looks to the ground, flips his blade, and the blood kind of shoots off of it. And then he will very cautiously come around the corner.
It's another long hallway.
He nods. Yes. He kind of moves up with his sister, keeping close. These doors look like just very sturdy, like storage doors. They're hardened wood, black wrought iron kind of on the side, which kind of has a bit of rusting to it. And verdigris, and you kind of can see that the hall goes a little bit further and looks like it turns to the right up ahead. All along the sides of the walls, you can see these small little kind of, they're almost like little, like structural formations that are jutting off of the walls. And when you look up to where they extend up to, you can see that they're kind of bowing outward. They kind of create like an arch like this on the sides. It's very like noticeable, but not like so much noticeable that you're in a tunnel. And above you, you can see the stone of the ceiling that's above you kind of pressed down and like cracked in the middle. It's also very damp in here. Just wanting to put the weight of the situation on you, just so you understand what I'm laying out for you here.
Is that where the boss lives?
No, if the ceiling breaks, the lake falls on your head.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
like buttressing.
2 of us can breathe.
wow.
You do not have a cap of earth breathing. So first the bottom of the lake hits, then the lake.
I'm at the back.
There's a pedestal here.
It just all happens right in front of you. You're like, well. As you come around the way, you would see that there is a. It's like it's you know those desks that have like the rolly thing, like it's like a It's like
Yeah.
a series of panels, and like if you push it up, it kind of goes up neatly.
A secretary desk.
A secretary desk, but it's not a desk. It's like it's a chest that is that.
Mm,
Is it locked?
like a bread box.
It's like a bread box, like a massive in bread box.
Perhaps an apple fritter box.
You open it, and it's filled to the brim with apple fritters, but you don't want any because you just had the greatest meal that you've ever had that had no apple fritters in it. And you realize apple
a
fritters aren't that
cursed
great.
hero's
Maybe we
feast.
shouldn't be after apple fritters.
Cole's favorite food? Is it just like the?
It's a bit. It's
It's a
it-
bit.
It is not locked. Do you push it open?
Yeah, why not?
Inside, kind of seated neatly on one of its shelves, is a book that has been opened to the median page, and drawn in what you think is like red ink or blood is the symbol of Sen with a bunch of writing around it, and the writing appears to be in a language you're not familiar with. Arya and Tormain and Soul, because you're all trained in religion, I believe, would all
Yeah.
kind of go, I don't speak it or read it, but I know Infernal when I see it.
Ooh. I mean, oh no, it's infernal.
Tormain kind of looks at the book. Not a fan of this at all.
Should we destroy it?
Well, I think so. But it might have some clue to their machinations. Perhaps Arya or Soul should study it.
Yeah. Let's take a look at it and see if there's anything we can glean. I don't read.
So,
I don't read infernal.
Tormain would have been there, obviously, because I was role playing it as if you were.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I just didn't move the token. So, Arya, you kind of reach over, pick up the book.
Sure.
Okay. The second you do, a fleeting kind of glimpse of motion kind of drops out from beneath you, as if something was in the book and falls out. And you all hear a very loud, very noticeable, if there's anything like around you that might be listening, clangor of steel hitting stone. Very quickly, Tormain drops down to kind of like grab it, and he grabs something, picks it up, and then kind of like holds it up to his face, and then stops, and his eyes grow like extremely wide, and his mouth kind of goes, and then he just
You
freezes
okay?
in place. Yeah, as you say that, he doesn't respond. He's just holding whatever it is he picked up, like this. And it's in the palm of his hand. You can't really see it. And he's staring at it in, like, horror. And he's locked
Kind
in.
of shoves him.
Yep, the second you push him, he falls over, hits against the bread box treasure chest, like like a completely unconscious individual might. Slams into it
God.
and then, like, hits the ground. Whatever he was holding drops out of his hand and ding, 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 ding again.
What is it?
Looking at it, it looks like a piece of metal, like a piece of square or rectangular metal.
Can I find it?
Actually,
on the ground?
roll a d10. Okay, so it
10.
lands face up, so it looks like it's polished on one side, completely mirror sheened.
So how big is it?
Again, no bigger than the palm of a hand.
Okay, and it's circular,
No, square, rectangular.
square,
Rec-
rectangular,
rectangular.
and it's shining. I mean, it's like polished to a mirror sheen.
It's like a stainless steel mirror, yeah.
Okay.
Do you look at it straight down?
No. Now that Tormain has dropped it, has his demeanor changed?
No, he's completely unconscious. Like the second Ranny pushed
Oh.
him, he fell, hit the fucking desk, broke it, like he's now laying on the ground, like completely comatose. You look at his face, and like his eyes are closed, and it looks like he's asleep. Which again, elves are not supposed to be made to be put to sleep.
Yeah. I don't think you should be looking at that
I'm not.
closely. Okay.
I'm not. I'm definitely not. I want to. I don't have like a. I mean, can I assume I've got like a handkerchief or something that I can throw over it and like?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I would do that. Throw like a handkerchief over it.
You pick it
Try
up.
to pick it up that way.
It's
Yeah.
like a small sliver of steel. Like I don't know if you've ever handled a steel mirror before, but yeah, just a mirror that is not made out of glass. It's made out of steel.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it messed up Termaine.
Censored hell replaced with fuck. We love it.
What?
Well,
in
I
the
was
hell,
trying to
Law?
Well, I was thinking like,
What would she
would
say?
Arya censor herself, and she wouldn't.
Queen behavior.
And
Queens don't cry.
Queen, do not cry.
You have it in the thing. You're holding it. Do you look into it at all?
No, I don't want to. I'm scared of it.
Okay.
Wait, Queen, do not cry. But
Does that mean you look at it?
the book. I do want to kind of look at the book. Is there anything special about it, or was it just like, the trap for the mirror?
Looking at the book, it's filled with a bunch of infernal language. You don't know exactly
Okay.
what it says. So comprehend languages or a translation of some sorts would be required for this book to be
I
utilized.
took that. Oh, I did take it.
Okay.
I could spend about, I would wrap the mirror in my handkerchief. I would hand it to Soul. Soul, would you take it?
Sure.
Do you take a look at it?
I want to angle it towards Termaine to look at him through it.
But you're not looking at the surface.
I'm not dead on. I'm like angling it so I can look at the surface to see his reflection.
Okay. We'll discuss that in a moment. As you start beginning the ritual for comprehend languages, you see that that's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you stop the ritual to try and stop Soul, or do you let them continue with their practices here?
Soul, don't fuck with that mirror. Wrap it up.
As the ritual is broken for you, and you have to go.
Yes.
You know what? I feel for Norzak. I understand where he was coming from. Just give me 10 minutes, for fuck's sake.
Oh.
Soul, do you continue to try and perform the task once you feel like you can do it quickly and succinctly? Nodding your head? Okay. So you look down at the mirror and look at Tormaine, and you feel like this would be the angle, and then you kind of pull open the thing real quick, looking back at Arya very quickly, very briefly, as she seems to kind of lock into the ritual. And you look at the mirror reflection, and Termaine is in the reflection, but tiny. And not moving. Completely static.
Oh god.
And in a different position than what I would expect to
Oh no,
see.
it's almost like someone like made a sticker of like an action card, or like an action hero card of Tormaine, and that's what the reflection is. Like a holofoil like X-Men fucking thing.
But
right?
not him keeled over. Like he,
No, yeah, certainly not.
Yeah,
it
like-
doesn't seem to reflect
like-
anything at all.
Yeah, like a picture of. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cover that back up.
Sorry, correction. It doesn't seem to replace him or reflect him. It seems to reflect everything behind him, like the broken thing and everything. Like it's still a mirror, but it seems to
Yeah,
just
it's
have
just that-
Termaine in it.
Yeah.
Mm.
In the stance he was when he first looked at it, I'm assuming, as opposed to.
You
Tipped over.
are a smart boy, and like you, the player, Soul would be able to kind of designate that. I think they are a pretty smart cookie as well. So yeah, it does look like when they, it's just like a standing pose. It's kind of strange, but out of character. Yeah, it is the same pose that they would have been taking when
It's
they
like they
grabbed the
put a
dagger.
sticker on a mirror.
Soul
Okay,
sticker.
Gonna go ahead and close that.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so let's keep that under wraps while I.
Breaking the ritual once again. Well, stop fucking around with stuff. Ritual attempt number 3. So you cast the spell, and it is a ritual book, like literally a ritual book. It has 3 ritual spells within.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I like to hear.
Bear with me here. Now, these rituals to you are very nuanced and strange because they are technically. Oh my god, stop. Bong, bong. They are technically not for your class.
Oh man.
Although one of them I think might be. Nope, wizard only. So the spells inside, 2 of them are
Wizard.
actually rituals. One of them is a spell that is called Dark Ritual.
Ah.
You're able to decipher them in the short time that you kind of have here to kind of figure out what they do. Dark Ritual is a 2nd level necromancy spell that says you can perform a dark ritual to convert the essence of living creature into magical power. Upon casting the
Oh,
spell,
shit.
you gain additional spell slots. The spell slots gained can have a combined level of 3. The additional spell slots remain for the spell's duration. And one of the material components for that spell is the heart of a humanoid killed within the past 24 hours, worth at least 1 copper piece.
Jesus.
The
What?
other...
Hold on. What humanoid heart wouldn't be worth a copper?
Dude, it's just the wording that they used to
Wow.
have on like summoning
That is
demons.
cruel.
The other spell, strangely, is a bard spell called Harmonize, which allows the spellcaster to synchronize with another spellcaster within 10 feet. Spell lasts for 8 hours. They effectively can learn a spell that's not on their spellcasting list and utilize it. And the last ritual, I believe, is in the standard spells. And for fuck's sake, I am not ritual spells. I am not finding it right away. Commune.
Okay, cool.
Is it commune by itself, or is it... Yeah, it would be commune. And commune says, it can be used to contact a deity or divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with yes or no's. It is a cleric only spell. So it seems like whoever's using this spell book is not bound by classes like you dorks are.
Well, to be fair, I think with the tome invocation, I can learn ritual spells outside of my class. So
Sure. It seems that a lot of the ritual space in here it's devoted to those 3 ritual castings.
okay,
So it's definitely something to take into account. But I would say that outside of that, there really isn't much to it.
okay, I'm gonna put it away.
So, Sol, you've formulated a connection with the dagger that's on Tormain and the mirror. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
What would you like to do to experiment with that in the next 7 minutes to kind of hopefully get us to a point where we're going to be ready for next session?
I will go. I don't know that I want to touch the dagger.
Do you want Ronnie to touch the dagger?
I don't want anybody to touch the dagger given what's happened lately. I will try to pick up the dagger with Mage Hand.
Okay, it succeeds.
I will, again, very carefully turn the mirror to face the dagger without looking at it directly, anything out of the
Nothing
ordinary.
happening?
I'm going to bring the dagger up to the mirror.
To touch it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You kill Tremaine. No.
I mean,
Second war crime of the night.
I wasn't the first. That's the only thing that matters. Seal's been broken. Everything is fair game now.
oh no.
That's why Soul wasn't even voted for. They were going to be
That's
the
right.
second
And
one.
that's right.
Sorry, you are
Alright.
not currently holding the dagger, right?
Correct. just with Mage Hand right now.
That is interesting. Okay, so I see that I've got to write up on what happens there, but it's definitely not one that I was expecting.
Hold on, wait!
Hmm.
I thought you had all contingencies planned for this
No, no,
game.
no.
I
Wait a
know,
minute.
right?
Let me repeat. I have something written down. It's just not one I was expecting. I was hoping for
Ah.
one person holding the dagger, one person holding the mirror, or the same person holding both, but that didn't happen. So
So I did finally surprise you.
it's not a yeah, a little bit. Okay, fine. Jeez.
Just
Take
let
the-
him have it.
Take
Let
this
him
one.
have it.
Take the W and enjoy it. Okay. But the second that they touch, like the second that they touch, the dagger starts to like blur in space in front of you. It already had a curvature towards it, and it seems to be kind of funneling in towards its point, and it drags in. It's like, you know, those Windows screensavers where it's like it like moves something kind of like weirdly. It does that into the point of the dagger, which is touching the mirror, and then it vanishes. Inside of the mirror, you can see the vision of Tormain vanish. Andy will be gasping out loud as Tormain seems to be kind of regaining consciousness, and he'll be taking control of his character. And inside of the mirror, everything goes black. The dagger is gone. The mirror is completely just it's like a solid black sheet on one side and kind of like a dull metal on the other side. And that is where we'll end the session for tonight. Andy
Oh,
will
we
be
ended it early
returning
too.
5 minutes. Yeah,
Just
it's
so
not
efficient.
terribly. We didn't end as early as we did last night, sure. Or the night before. My time fucking
I'm just
flies,
so
man.
efficient fucking with soul magic. Don't worry about it.
That's absolutely fine. Not technically soul magic. That's
But also soul magic.
Yeah, I mean, soul using
Soul?
magic to make
Yeah.
things happen.
Yeah.
you'll see.
There you go.
So with that, we'll end the
Second W of the
Got him
night.
again. Got him
more-
again.
No more winning. No more winning. And we will pick up next session as you continue into the storage area. Thanks for watching, those that did, and you folks have a great night.